Hi, this is Danica, and in this video, we're gonna continue with this BuddyBoss series where I show you how you could use this theme for your WordPress membership site. In this setup, we're using BuddyBoss, Memberium, and LearnDash, and in this video, we're gonna track how LearnDash works. If you have any question regarding the tutorial, please comment it down below, and I'll do my best to answer your questions as soon as I could. Now, let's get started. Okay, so in this demo site, I've already installed LearnDash last time. So if you haven't done that yet, please install LearnDash and set up your license so that it looks exactly similar with this one. I get a lot of question, what's the use of LearnDash? Why do you need it? Do you need Memberium always with it, or can it just work by itself? So first is LearnDash is actually a WordPress plugin, and what it does is it gives you an option to add or manage your courses content like this one. So it gives you this hierarchy of courses, lessons, and then topics. And then other than that, it also gives you the functionality to generate certificate after your member complete your course. And also it has this option where you could create some quizzes, and also you could also set some assignment, and you could assign that to your course or lessons or topics. It also has this functionality for groupings. The way it works is if a member is part of a group, then we could give maybe your 3 courses, and then maybe in group 2 we only give the premium one. So you could have this option. So I'm just very quick here in explaining these things, but if you have example, you're in here courses, lessons, there should be some helpful documentation that you could check, or else you could check their YouTube channel. They also have this step-by-step details for how LearnDash works. And with BuddyBoss and LearnDash, this too actually works pretty good. BuddyBoss has make a LearnDash layout very clean and nice looking, so you could also take advantage of that one. Now in my demo site here, we have, if we go to the courses archive page, you could see that we have all courses here, and we also have my courses. So example, if I'm enrolled to some of the courses, other than having it list in here all courses, it will also show in the my courses tab. BuddyBoss also gives you this ability to do a list view or a grid view. If you're not using BuddyBoss with LearnDash, you actually need to install an add-on to have the grid style of LearnDash, from what I remember. But with BuddyBoss, you don't need to set that up or install that. By default, they have this grid view and list view functionality. In terms of styling, BuddyBoss on the backend, if you check the BuddyBoss theme options, it actually gives you some sections for LearnDash so that you could style it. So under BuddyBoss theme options, LearnDash, here you could see all of the options. The first one is, most of the time I turn off the participants if I don't need to, depending on the setup. So you could turn off some stuff. You could also check or change the filter, and that's the one that's gonna show here, to maybe as course category or course tags. It depends on your setup. You could also just turn that off if you don't need to. So maybe I'm just gonna turn that off to give you an example. So now it's gone. So courses is the highest hierarchy in this group, but do note that you could actually rename this. So example, if you want to have lessons rename, you could go to the settings here, and then there is advanced, and then here you could change the label. So example, if we change lessons to just say module and then modules, that will reflect on the side here. So from lessons, it is now saying modules. Now, in terms of links, you could also change the links if you go to settings, permalinks. Here at the bottom part, you could change the LearnDash permalink. So maybe it was originally lessons, right? So we will change this to modules. And then we're also gonna change all of everything that says lessons, we're gonna change it to module for this example. Okay, so now that's done, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to add a course to give you an example how this works. So I'm gonna add my first course. So example course 1. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add some dummy content so that you see where it goes. So example here, this is sample content. And then in here, we're gonna add this is a sample short description. And then you could also like a preview video, and let's just grab some videos here that we could use. Okay, so let's paste a video here to see how it works. This is from YouTube. And then on the right side, there's a course tab here. And let me just turn off So in the course tab, we have some options here. So we have a featured image where we could use this image for now. And then we also have an option to use the cover photo. I'm gonna find an image I have here, an example. Okay, so now that we have set this to, I'm just gonna publish this so that you see how this looks. So now let's visit the courses page, refresh, and we now have that courses. So we have the featured image, and we also have my name attached. It's an instructor. Do note that we could turn this off if you don't want that. Example here, I could turn that off. And if I refresh, the author should be gone. I could even turn this off, the number of enrollee, if you don't want to have that, as well as the dates. So the dates, this one. So again, you could turn on and off this stuff. BuddyBoss gives you this ability. Okay, so now this is my course, and the video that we attached is now in here in the preview. So if I try to select that, it will pop up that it says video formatted and supported, use YouTube video or MP4 video. I'm not really sure why it did not work, so let's try that again. Maybe I need to use this link. Refresh. Okay, so I'm not really sure what's wrong with this one. Maybe this is a bug or there's something that I need to set up. Okay, so I have figured out the problem why it was not working earlier. So I think it's the way how my videos is protected in YouTube, the settings that I have. But I did try Vimeo and other YouTube videos from Coco Black, and it did work. So the way it works is, again, you just need to paste your video link directly here, and it should work like this one. So if it's something like, if you have experienced the same issues as mine, do check your video settings, the privacy. Maybe you haven't allowed it to be embedded outside YouTube or Vimeo. So check that out. So now that we have this setup, we're gonna start adding some courses and lessons here. So LearnDash has this course builder functionality, and the way it works is before, if you've worked with LearnDash before, you need to manually add courses, modules, topics, and assign it one by one. But now they've created this builder, so you could just create everything in this one page. So in here, this tab, you just need to, example, we create a new module, so module 1, and then I also want to, I'm going to create up to module 2, and then I will also have some introduction, like that one. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to just save this first. And then let's check. So this is now how it looks. So we have module 1, module 2, and 3. And if we go back to the courses, the difference now is there's 3 modules here, and then there's 0/3 steps. And you see that it is in my courses right away because I'm an admin and the page was not protected yet. It is open for everyone. So let's just continue. I'm gonna add some headline. So maybe start here. And then I'm gonna put that in the introduction. And then I'm also gonna add another headline that says course modules, something like that. That position is fine for you, but you could move this around if you need to. And then update. And then let's check the page. Oops. We have the start here, headline in this section, and we also have the course modules headline here. So you could like make it clear what's that part. So maybe you have like 20 modules here, but that's actually per chapter. So you could name it properly or label it properly here. I could also add some quizzes. So if I add quiz, let's just say quiz 1, and then the way it works is, and maybe quiz 2, and then I'm just gonna update that, refresh. So now we have quiz 1, quiz 2. Okay, so now that we have our modules and quizzes, I think I also want to add some lessons. So if you toggle this drop down, this one, so it gives you the ability to add some topics or quiz for this module. So maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add topic 1, and then I'm gonna add another one, topic 2, and then maybe I will grab this, let's see here. So quiz 2, I want it in the module 1, or maybe like that one, and then I'm gonna move that quiz 2 here. Oops, need to wrap it properly, and then maybe topic 1. Okay, and then let's just update this and see how this looks. Still working. Okay, so now we have this format, so we could actually expand this to see everything. So we now have topics for the modules and some quiz, and you can see that it is now part of the steps. So we have 2 topics, 1 quiz for this one, and then for module 2 we have 1 topic, 1 quiz, and then we can collapse this again. So that's how it works in terms of hierarchy in LearnDash. So you have again the courses as the very top one, and you could have as much courses as you need. It really depends on the capacity of your web server. If you have a lot, then you should get those higher capacity server. So in here, we could also have as much as modules, as much as topics and quizzes that we want. There's no limitation, and as you can see, you can easily move things around, assign a quiz to a modules, and maybe assign another quiz to another module, and then have several topics for that module, and so on. Now, most of the time, under here, I change, if I'm using modules term, maybe you could also use lesson and then lessons. Just gonna save this. But before we check that, if we go to module 1, you can now see that we have the link updated as well. But example, if we don't do the permalink update that I showed you earlier, if I like refresh this, and then even if it now says lessons here, if I click one of the topic, it will still have that topic URL. So to solve that, again, go to permalinks under settings and change your permalinks here. So we need to do lessons, save. Again, you could change other stuff here that says topics. And if we go back to the module 1, do a refresh. Oops, I don't think you could see my screen. I was trying to show this part. Okay, so it now says lessons and now says modules. So again, if you don't change in the permalink, that won't be the same as the label that you have changed. So do note on that one. Okay, next is, let's go back to the courses on the course page. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the settings here. So in the access mode, there's different setup. So there's an open. If it's open, that means it's not protected and it's open for everyone, even if they're not logged in. So you do need to be careful with that one. Though I know that there's some cases that you could take advantage of this functionality. Like example, if you want to offer some 3-day sample training for your members, then you could take advantage of this open one. The free option is, that means it's protected, but registration and enrollment is required. So they need to be a logged in member to be able to access the course's content. Buy now is something that you need to attach to your PayPal or Stripe. Though LearnDash works with PayPal and Stripe, so if you are using those payment gateway and maybe you're not using WooCommerce or Miriam that works with Keep, then LearnDash has a direct payment gateway. I think I'm gonna create a separate video on this one because there's gonna be lots of details on that. Recurring, then again, as long as you have set up PayPal and Stripe, then you could set the recurring payments here. Closed. Now for the closed option, I usually set this up whenever I'm using LearnDash with Imperium. So the way I do it is I set it to closed, and then I set the price, and then I set the link. The link usually lands to a order form, wherever it is, like example Spiffy, Shopify, or maybe you have a different like Thrivecart, so you will use that link here. So that's the section. So usually I use closed because most of the membership site that I set up is using Memberium. Course prerequisites. This means that there's some required course that they need to take before they could start with this one. So you could example, if you have an existing one, like example, maybe I'm gonna create a new one. I'm gonna add a new getting started. And then I'm gonna just update this and then do a refresh. Then here we will choose the getting started. So now if we go back to the courses, So we have the getting started and we have the course 1. So, well, I'm a admin, so I could take everything. But the way it works for non-admin account is it will show a message here that says you need to take the getting started first before you can proceed with this one. So that's the purpose of the prerequisite. You could also give some points. This works with gamification, like maybe GamiPress, and you could take advantage of that. Course access expiration. So I think this will work very well. If your course is very like time based and has some limitation, you could use that for open one. So maybe you give 3 days access for your free course and you just limit it to 3 days, or maybe even like for workout training where you want them to really follow the schedule, so you could set some expiry. So depending on how you need this to work. Course progression, linear means they need to start, like example, module 1, introduction, and then module 1, and then module 2. That's the linear way. But if you want it to be freeform, then they could start anywhere. Like maybe I want to start with module 2, and then later on I will start with module 1. So it really depends on how your course works. You could also see that we have a course users section in here. So here you could assign or enroll the users manually, like that. So that's one of the use of this closed. If this is you could also manually assign or give access to this course. You could also, example, if you have the buy now recurring but you have some special events or whatever that is that you just want to give access to that specific member, then you could use this course enrollment option. Just gonna remove that again. So this is how the course looks right now. But example, if I turn on course materials and update this, refresh, is it done? So now we have this materials tab where it will show the content that we've added. This has the round shape because of the design that I set up for this page, but I think you could change that. This one, so once you have toggled this on, don't forget to add some details because it's actually not gonna show up here. So maybe here you could say download the resources here, and then you add some link. And then update. So now there's a download the resources and they could click that. Okay, so I hope this video helped you set up the course with LearnDash. It's a bit long, but in the part 2 video, I'm gonna check or dive in with the course certificate functionality and the quiz as well, so that we could like play with it more in details. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so that I get you notified whenever I post videos like this. I upload videos every Wednesday and Friday Eastern time. And if you have any question or maybe looking for any features that you're working on your membership site, WordPress membership site, please comment that down below and maybe I will include that in my future videos. Or if it's part of this video that you're watching, then I will also do my best to answer those questions that you have. Again, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.